Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. With everything going around that has kept R. Kelly unfairly behind bars for now a little over 4 years, it's easy to focus only on the allegations against him, and assume that he is indeed the first man, or only big-time celebrity for that matter, that has actually faced such daunting allegations so prime in his career. Even with his commendable track record of 11 platinum albums, 40 million album sales worldwide, and 3 Grammy wins on a single song in the same year, the king of R&B has so far faced 2 convictions in New York and Chicago, and just narrowly escaped yet another trial in Cook County after Kim Foxx chickened out, dropping all the charges that had been recorded against him.
Tomorrow morning, counsel for Mr. Robert Kelly is scheduled to appear in court over the indictments that we brought forth nearly 4 years ago, charging him with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse involving 4 victims. I'm here to inform you that the Cook County State's Attorney's Office will no longer be pursuing these indictments.
But come to think of it, with all this attention that the government has placed on R. Kelly's allegations leading to 2 convictions already, and a 31-year sentence looming over his head, does that mean that R. Kelly is the first celebrity to face such outrageous allegations? Of course not. After giving it some thought and taking some time to dig through history, it became visibly clear that the allegations against R. Kelly are not unique to him after all. Meaning, even if he were to be guilty, which we all know he isn't, this is not the treatment he would have received if he were to be someone else. Well, we wish to bring to your attention some major names of mainly white celebrities who have actually faced similar, if not even more substantiated allegations against them, but nothing has ever been done in line with making them answer to the allegations, or at the very least defend themselves against them altogether. This leaves us wondering whether justice is truly being served right from a general consideration. In fact, from R. Kelly's recent plea from prison via his 15-minute calls, it has become apparent that not only was justice abused in R. Kelly's case, but even the law has actually been broken, not once, not twice, but on several occasions, as the government we so much respected before this, took it upon itself to incriminate R. Kelly at all cost, irrespective of what the law says. One such case, that never at all attracted any government intervention, was the Jerry Lee case. Well, American pianist, singer and songwriter Jerry Lee Lewis, commonly known as the Killer, is one profound celebrity whose relationship life wasn't that pure. The rock and roll artist, who was active between 1949 to 2022 and was famous through the American entertainment scene through songs like Whole Lotta Shakin', Goin' On, Breathless, Crazy Arms, You Win Again among others, married Myra Gale, his 13-year-old cousin, when he was 22 years old in 1957. How is that for wicked and unlawful? Even after Myra giving birth to his child before she had made 15, he was only called out, and his music cancelled before his later divorce with Myra and retirement at the age of 78. He was never convicted, till his death last year. Then there is the legendary pop star Elvis. Throughout his lifetime, legendary pop, rock and roll musician Elvis Presley held a track record of dating underage girls all his career life. For instance, the musician, who was active between 1958 to 1960, started dating an underage Priscilla, who was 14 years old at the time, when he was 24. The two got married in 1967, and until his death in 1977, no charges had been placed against him, despite the fact that news that he married an underage girl was common knowledge all over the globe. And yet, allegations that R. Kelly married a 15-year-old Aaliyah went as far as the courtrooms in New York, and actually influenced the verdict. What form of injustice is this? Can we start assuming that the situation could easily have been different had Elvis been black? Well, it's just a hard one to sink in. 75-year-old American singer Stephen Victor Tallarico, known professionally as Steven Tyler, best known as the lead singer of the Boston-based rock band Aerosmith, in which he also plays the harmonica, piano and percussion, is yet another notable character, who has been known for the numerous sexual assault allegations against him, but has not had to answer for any of them. The most notable allegation against Tyler is how he started sleeping with Julia Holcombs at her tender age of 16. Although he has been facing charges for sexual assault, the news outlets have never picked much attention in manipulating the people's opinion in the matter, neither has there been any call out for the cancellation of his music. Then there is the singer-songwriter Neil Leslie Diamond, who apparently has sold more than 130 million records worldwide, equally making him one of the best-selling musicians of all time. But guess what? He supposedly holds some real dirt too. His lyrically sessional romance song Sweet Caroline was in reality supposedly about a 7-year-old Caroline Kennedy, who he had met at the time. The song has nevertheless since then been carried on, and is still played at many large functions. The now 82-year-old musician has never been confronted about this matter, which would clearly come out as abusive to a minor. The 58-year-old businessman Dana White Jr., who is also the president of Ultimate Fighting Championship, was early this year caught on camera while assaulting his wife in public at the Cabo San Lucas nightclub's VIP area of El Squid Row. Now, this was an act deemed as domestic violence and yet nothing was done by officials. Imagine with all that publicly available evidence. This, to this day, has left many wondering what could actually be going on behind closed doors, based on how he behaved publicly. What's even more interesting is the fact that there has never been a case of domestic violence against R. Kelly for all his marriage life, and never has he ever appeared in public abusing his wife, nor any of his girlfriends following his divorce from ex-wife Andrea Kelly. In fact, of late, there was a video that was making round on socials of ex-wife Drea Kelly, praising R. Kelly on what a responsible father and husband he was, evidence that she might have been merely coaxed into participating in the infamous Surviving R. Kelly documentary series, that sought to defame the king of R&B and subsequently throw him behind bars. Well, the failure of the government and America's legal system to book all these people, with mountains of outrageous allegations against them of a more critical nature than R. Kelly's, does not really concern us. Neither are we bothered by the allegations themselves. But the fact that the same government was so quick to convict a man over a mere documentary is what raises our eyebrows. In fact, there are more celebrities one can add to this list, but the void there is in the justice system leaves one pondering in fear of what our America, a state that once prided of its solid democracy and intact justice system, has actually turned into. But honestly, one can't help but wonder, shouldn't white celebrities also be held accountable for their alleged crimes, like black celebrities? This poses a vivid unbalance in how the law is more used unfairly against black celebrities, and the entire black communities in the United States. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming features. Also remember to share your comments in the comment section below.